Hi guys, I'm Vasiliy,
I'm Jake.
and today we have a quick little episode for you to show you the 3 different ways to get into a deeper level of worship in your secret place. Now, these 3 different ways can be described as 3 different lifestyle changes or modulations to the things that you are living in today that will actually improve your worship with Jesus in your secret place. And I have my amazing friend Jake here with me, which is honestly one of the amazing worship leaders that I like to keep close to me because of the heart posture that he has. And he's going to lead us. And Jake, what do you believe is the first key change that a Christian should make to go into a deeper level of worship with the Lord?
One word: inputs. What you let in is what you get out.
Yeah, out of the iniquities of your heart, your mouth speaks.
When you have really good friends, you get really good output with Jesus. When you have really strong friends that love the Lord, you end up loving the Lord more. You end up hearing other things that you would have never heard before. If your music is really bad and you're listening to horrible, horrible music, you're going to really have a difficult time hearing the Lord in the secret place. Like a lot of people have never heard this before. You must have good inputs if you expect to have great outputs. So for you, if you want to be closer to Jesus in your secret place, it completely starts with your inputs. Your inputs should be coming number one from this. Number one from this is our life. This is the words. Our words carry life and death. This Bible is what will keep you alive, or you will die.
Yep.
If this gets dusty, you will die on the inside before you die externally. After this, the next thing you need are external. You need people. Jesus had the Word, he had the Father, and then he has disciples. He had his friends, the people that supported him. You need the same thing for yourself. You need inputs if you expect the outputs of your life to be extremely, extremely powerful.
Yes, you could. I heard this one metaphor where a person came in with an apple seed. He placed it into the ground, and this apple seed started to grow. He watered it. He did all this stuff, and all of a sudden, this tree, it was growing massively, and yet the fruit came out to be oranges. It's impossible. You cannot expect to have a different result from what you're feeding yourself with.
Really?
Sometimes we really do think so. We think that going to the movies every single day, hanging out with wrong crowds, going to parties and all this stuff, and all of a sudden we can just show up and worship Jesus. No, guys, a lifestyle of worship will change everything in your life. Out of the iniquities of your heart, your mouth speaks. Jake, what is the second key for us to go into a deeper form of worship?
Your heart posture. Psalm 51 says that the actual way to God's heart through worship is a broken and contrite heart. If you're coming into a place with Jesus of a place of arrogance, as the tax collector did on the roof when the Pharisee was on the roof, and the tax collector was the one that was humble, and the Pharisee was the one that was so full of himself and saying, "Oh, thank God that I'm not like these people." If that's your heart posture with Jesus, you'll never hear him. But Jesus wants the humble and he wants the contrite heart. He wants the one that says, "God, thank you for loving me. Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for making me one of your sons or one of your daughters." Your heart posture towards Jesus is everything when it comes to your secret place. Why would you want to hang out with somebody who thinks that you're better than them? That's not the case with you and Jesus. Jesus comes and meets you right where you're at. And he says, if you want to be made high, you must make yourself low. Wow. He will exalt you when you make yourself low. Come to him fully humble with a contrite heart and just no ego. You leave all your stuff at the door. And that heart posture will lead to a much, much stronger place in the secret place because you won't have a choice. You'll be sitting there and you'll be open, ready to receive. You'll be there to listen, not just talk. Because when you're humble, you listen because most people are too afraid to listen because they're afraid of what they're going to hear and it's going to offend them. And if you're scared of being offended, you have ego and you have things that you need to take care of. So that heart posture must always start with a broken and contrite heart before the Lord. There's no other heart posture before the Lord that the Lord would rather have to work with.
Yes. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
That felt like VeggieTales right there. That was way too. That was like it was planned. I promise it was not, but that felt way too
completely spontaneous. But it's true. You cannot get to the kingdom of heaven to come inside of you. Father, let your will be done. Let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. God, we want to have a heart posture that looks at you. Jake, what would you say number 3 is?
Number 3, I feel like, is consistency. If you're going to have the right inputs, you're going to have the right heart posture towards the Lord, and you're going to spend time with the Lord, you're going to be with Jesus in that secret place, You can't just do it once a week. You can't just do it once a month. What's the point of hanging out with somebody once a month?
What's the point of going to the gym once a month?
You're never going to see the fruit of your life blow up from the spiritual side, from what God's called you to do in his strength, not yours, if you don't have the consistency. If you're not spending time with him daily, like if you're not sitting with him constantly in the secret place, it's going to take you so much longer to bear fruit. You can bear fruit on a tree over a long, long period of time if you slowly water it, but it must go through many, 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 many seasons.
Come on.
And you decide how many seasons you're going to go through. Your seasons will actually get faster. The more time and the more consistent you are with Jesus, your seasons get faster and faster and faster, because that's the way the kingdom works. It's always growing. It's always moving. And growth comes from consistency. Consistently watering a plant is going to make it grow. This is like basic stuff. This is really basic. You're probably watching this video and you're like, there's probably something by Jordan Peterson that's more intellectual that you could be watching. I know. But the kingdom of God is simple and it works.
It's so simple that it brings the wise. Like, it brings the wise into, like, they reject it. Like, the wise cannot understand it because they think it has to be more. But why? Because God does not really care about your opinion. He wants to be simple. He wants to be accessible. And, even today, you can stop everything that you're doing. Get before the Lord and just say, God, I want to really purify myself of all the inputs that are coming into me. I want to purify myself from all the junk. Would you, and this is a very dangerous prayer to pray, would you show me where I am deceived? Would you show me where I am falling and failing, and take those things out? Number 2, you can just really just say, God, where is my heart focused to? What is my heart honestly looking at? Can you help me change my heart posture? And allow him to redirect your heart. Not you just redirecting, but allow him to redirect your heart through prayer and through the reading of the word. And number 3 is consistency. Where honestly, like I have a really busy schedule right now, and it's crazy. I'm all over the place sometimes.
You're a busy guy. You got a kid. You got a wife.
It's now full-time ministry. I thought that leaving my job to do full-time ministry would be easier. And it just became so much harder.
Filled right back up.
I thought all this time would just be free, and all of a sudden it just got filled up. I had to schedule my time with the Lord. I said, no, this time is for the Lord. I have to schedule my time for the gym. I have to schedule my time for the Lord. I have to schedule my time with just make sure I have time that I say, no, God, like I don't care about anything else. This time's for you. And you know what? I'm going to actually show up. Not making an excuse. I'm going to show up. Be consistent. So 3 steps real quickly. The inputs, your heart posture, and last one is consistency. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be blessed. Jake, thank you so much for being here and just giving us that humongous weight of wisdom.
Anytime.
Be blessed, guys.
I'll see you.